You just got to be locked in. Oh, it's going now. Okay. All right.
Hell yeah.
Wait, I'm about to do one more thing where I like promote it in here so people join. And then, yeah, wait. Okay. Calls are on now. Join up. Okay, bet. Send. All right, we're locked in now.
Yes, sir.
All right. Tristan, can you drag people? Also, let me know when you can't drag anyone else. All right.
Yeah, I can drag people.
Okay, bet. Okay. Should be good here. All right, guys, chat, what's good? We're doing more of these. Wait. Can this... Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 this is not how it should be. Okay, there we go. Just need to be... Okay, there. Guys, we're watermarked now. We're watermarked. That's how you know we're locked in. Wait, is something wrong here? Yo, chat, what is good? What is good? What is good? I don't know if he can drag people. Let me see. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Yo, is it letting you drag people? Is it letting you drag
Oh wait,
people?
I thought you already.
Yo,
Wait.
Dylan.
It's going now.
Let
Let me know if you can drag people. Okay. All right, there. We're good now. Yo, bro. Yo. Hello? Bro's crashing. Oh, okay. Yo, so we're live. Are you good to be on like camera, all that stuff? In front of the viewers, everything? You can ask.
Okay, is there any background noise?
No. You're good.
Okay.
Okay, what can I help you with?
So I need advice for like I live in Bangladesh, so I grew several pages like into 50,000 followers and stuff, but I didn't monetize that like because people here doesn't like buy things that much. So I wanna like expand in other For You page. Like I wanna expand in USA or something. And I also want some advice for my looks. Yeah,
Got you.
so that's it.
So for expanding into the US, it's weird because TikTok seems to be like proximity based, meaning that like literally like people get put on the For You page of like where they're from. It's like weird how it works. Like I moved to Miami and I see people in Miami way more than I did before, and I think that would apply to a US audience. But outside of that factor, because you probably can't just come to the US out of nowhere, you would probably you just need to make content targeted at things that US followers or viewers would understand more so than other stuff, if that makes sense. So like if you talk about a topic that's popular in the US, you'll probably hit the US audience, if that makes sense.
So is it same in like Insta and YouTube?
I don't believe it's the same with like YouTube. I don't know about Instagram. I think YouTube is completely like kind of random. So like it can make a difference, but at the same time, it really just depends. I think YouTube is literally just like based on the content you make. Cause I've had Indian viewers at times and I've also had American viewers based on the style.
After you go like a certain level, your video expand in different countries, isn't it? Like for me, I saw your videos like 2-3 years ago. You were like wearing a
Puka shell necklace, right?
yes, that Instagram video and Simpletics stuffs. So I saw your video that way.
Yeah, like I said, so where you live is not going to necessarily limit who can see you because it can go anywhere. But that being said, it can, I think in the beginning, it makes a difference because just from what I've noticed, I believe it does. I'm not totally sure. But like I said, if you just make content tailored for the audience that you want, that's what's going to get the best outcome no matter what. So literally just like, what you want to do is before you make a video, picture your viewer, so like an American viewer, for example, if that's what you want, and picture what they would listen to rather than somebody from a different country. Like if you use like slang from like one country, it'll probably get pushed to them. And if you use slang from US, it'll get pushed to them. And I noticed it's a lot of the same thing with like accents as well. So like based on somebody's accent, I think it can affect where the algorithm would push the video. So if you sound more American, people will push it to a more American audience from what I've seen.
So first of all, I need to work on my English and then I can expand, right?
I would say work on that, yes, and also focus on like how you can like literally listen to like American people and listen to what they say, and see what happens, and like try to develop their sort of accent, I guess you could say, if you want to get pushed to more American people.
Yes, got you. And what else I can do to earn like money? Because for me, it's being tough financially. So I wanna earn money. Like,
Okay, the best way to earn money just in general is usually always going to be selling something. Because you can make money from AdSense. For example, on YouTube, they pay you per like 1,000 views, same with other platforms. But if you want to make the most, you have to sell something. And to sell something, it's a very simple process. You find a pain point, something that people struggle with, doesn't really matter what it is, but just something that people struggle with. Once you find that, you then create a product or service to fix it. So just for example, somebody struggles with flat hair, I sell them sea salt spray. What you could do is find something that's digital to sell, because digital, what's nice about that is that the fact that you don't actually have to create something. So with salt spray, I had to invest a lot of money to start it, if that makes sense. If you sell something digital, there's no upfront investment other than the things that you buy, and there's no fulfillment, meaning you don't have to essentially like send or ship anything out. It's not going to cost you any money. So for example, a school community is a good thing to do, or a service, right?
so I can like sell coaching type of thing, right?
If you wanted to, that's what I recommend. It's going to depend on what your skills are. So if you believe that you have skills that can actually relate to that, then yes. If you think, like, a lot of people will do coaching and just kind of like scam people, honestly. So like not really provide any value, which is just not a good thing in my opinion. Like you need to have actual skills.
Yeah, so your roommate Nick, I guess, started selling like coachings for those who wanna lose weight, right? So I also lost like 70 pounds. So I'm trying to do is like, what would be my best strategy? Like to post video about like to post those video like before and after videos, or to post some advices how to lose weight. Which one should I prefer? Like
Okay, so
first one,
here's what I'll
before
say.
and after.
You want to find a few winning formats, and the way you do that is based it on like pain points. So what typically the way it works with like say weight loss, you want to prove that you did it for yourself. So that's transformation type content. So like before and after stuff. That's proving that you did it for yourself. Then you need to prove that you can do it for other people, which is where you get people to send like testimonials essentially or something like that. Through those testimonials, you then post that as well, showing like, hey, I didn't only transform myself, I transformed all of these people. Here, wait one second. I transformed all of these people. So I recommend finding like 3 formats. So basically your transformations. Second format could be other people's transformations, and third format could be like informational content where you teach people for free. Because when you teach people for free, if you can get them a result, they're a lot more likely to buy your paid stuff.
So firstly, I should post those transformation videos like those edits and stuffs. And secondly, I should move on to like informational videos, right?
You should do both at the same time, in my opinion.
Okay, got you. And how do looks max, or how can I improve my looks?
In my opinion, you should, first off, what does your diet look like? Like, what do you eat on a daily basis?
Like on a daily basis, in the morning, I eat like 5 eggs. So I am getting a lot of breakout because there was our occasion Eid, so I ate a lot of like junks. So I break out so easily. So my typical diet is I eat like 5 eggs in the morning, and in the lunch I eat like 200 grams of chicken and rice, but it's not the chicken that's air fried or something. It's the curry one, like the one which is cooked at home,
Okay.
and I eat like rice. Yes.
So I think one thing you could do that would make a difference is get skin clarity, which would be easy to do. As long as you basically what you'll have to do is figure out what the issue is. So your skin quality is fine, but it could be a little bit more smooth, and if you could get it like really smooth, it'll make like a pretty big difference because it goes from being like decent to being like pretty much perfect. In my opinion, you need to figure out if you're sensitive to any foods, because you may be sensitive to like eggs, for example, which can cause discoloration in the skin, or it could potentially be like just wearing sunscreen to help. So I would say that. And then for sunscreen, get like PA+++, which is Korean, which blocks multiple types of UV rays rather than just one type. So those two things: fine food sensitivity, PA+++ sunscreen. Secondly, I think your hair looks good, but I think based on your face shape, you should probably tone down the volume a little bit. So what you could do is use some sea salt spray, and you want to style it more downward, I think, just on the top of your head. So the front's fine, but the top, I would make it like either shorter so it looks like less tall or something like that. And I think it'll look a lot better if you do that. So other than that, I would say those are the two main things.
And should I lean down more?
100%. So, what does it like your physique look like? Oh, it's cutting out. It just like muted.
My physique is not the best. Like I just started working out 2 months ago because I didn't had the money to go to the gym, to be honest. But I earned like $500 through like some services. Some like I used to flip gaming IDs, so I did that for a while. So by that I earned some money, and then I took a subscription.
Okay, so realistically, you don't actually need the gym to like work out. Because do you have a floor?
Yes, definitely I do have
Exactly.
a
So you can do push-ups, stuff like that. So point being is if I were you, you have access to the free stuff, which is information on the internet on how to work out at home, and you have a floor so you can work out if you want to. It
Yes,
just
I used to work out like I was fat as well. Like I was like 90 kgs, and I'm like short. So
okay, got you. Yeah.
I lean. Yes, I'm working on myself since like 2-3 years, but it's not enough. Like
Okay.
it's really tough here because
Here's what I'll say.
really aren't much.
Here's my honest advice. What I think you should do is try to get as lean as you can, transform your body, but do it in a way that you can make money off of it. So document your transformation. Go from, because you started out, you said you were overweight, so then you can lose more weight. But also, if you get down like to where you have like abs, that's something you can start documenting now and then capitalize off once you get to that point. So that way your incentives are aligned. Instead of having one incentive of, oh, I want to blow up social media, and another of, oh, I want to make money, you can do them simultaneously. Lose the weight, lose like
Yes.
more, get shredded, document it, and then sell people on how you did that. And that's how you can make money without needing really to do anything. And the best part is with money online, it doesn't matter where you live or the value of your currency, because you can charge somebody $1,000 USD no matter where you live to train them if that's a problem that they have.
Yes, exactly. And that's why firstly I asked how can I reach US audience, because from the first my goal was to like earn money, not to look best, not to like none of the stuffs. Like my main goal is financial freedom, and that will be my goal forever. Like we are not that poor, like we have a house, we got cars, but we are like I wanna go into that level.
Okay, so I think that's a smart thing to do. Like I said, I think your best bet right now is prioritizing two things, either content or something like AI or something on the internet. Obviously, internet is going to be your best bet. You already are interested in content. You already have weight loss. If I were to tell you like literally exactly what to do, like I said, document your weight loss, show your transformation, show other people's transformation. And if you have to, you can do it for free, aka like train people for free in order to get the testimonials to then sell it. Because you have time right now and you could do that if you wanted to. Like let's say you reach a US user and you tell them, hey, DM me coach for like weight loss coaching. From there, you help them for free, get their before and after pictures, use those as proof, and then document that proof on the internet as well. So in my opinion, that there's no better bet. And when it comes to reaching US audience, I think the number one thing you can do is, like I said, refer to US things, use US slang in your videos, talk about things that the US people would know about, news events, anything like that, and try to develop a US accent, because as much as people want to say otherwise, literally sounding like the place you come from is going to push people there. If you sound like you're from London, people from London will watch it because they feel familiar with it.
Yes, and does VPN works? Like if I use VPN, does it works?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm not totally sure about that.
I got you.
Yeah. Is there anything else, bro? I think you should follow this plan. I think it would help you a lot, honestly.
Yes, man, you gave me a good amount of advice. I really appreciate it. Thanks,
100%, bro. Glad I could help. What's your name?
my name is Annie.
Annie?
Yes.
Nice meeting you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Fire.
Have a nice day.
Good luck with everything. Are we good here? Next person. Guys, if y'all want to join up the community to get one-on-one stuff, it's linked. The pin is linked. So yo, Ronan, what's good? Are you good to be on like stream and everything?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, bet. Can you turn on your camera?
Yeah.
Bet. Okay, sick. All right, bet. What's good, bro? What can I help you with?
What's good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So any
Okay.
questions, anything like that, literally shoot away. I got you.
Okay, so basically, I've been struggling with a haircut for around a year now because I got a perm like last year and it kind of curled my hair, and I tried to go for a looser wave, but I have really, really straight hair. So it kind of just fell out after like 3 weeks. So, and I don't really know what haircut. I have like pretty like straight hair when I shower and get out, like 1A. So what should I do with my hair?
Okay. When the perm fell out, it's probably because the salon hairstylist like messed it up, because a perm is like literally changing the chemical bondage of your hair. So it literally should never fall out unless it's done wrong. So what I would do, honestly, is try to get another wavy perm, but make sure they don't mess it up. I can ask you a few questions and probably figure out how the perm got messed up. When you went to the salon, did they wash your hair after with anything, or?
No, they just kept it in.
Okay, did they add any product to your hair, or did you add any product?
I did not add any product. They told me not to for like 48 hours.
Did you take a shower or get your hair wet after the perm within 3 days?
Yeah, I think I got it wet.
Did you use shampoo or you just got it wet?
No, I just got it wet.
That could be the reason it like fell out. So if you did want to get a perm again, I've never really seen it where like it doesn't work because something just had to have gone wrong. But I would say you could do that. But if your hair, so is your hair thin or thick?
It's pretty thin.
Okay. For thin hair, that's where I'd recommend texture powder. Don't use any product that has like pretty much any weight. Otherwise, it's just going to make your hair look like kind of greasy and weighed down. Straight hair looks greasy really easily. So I recommend using a texture powder or a matte hair clay with like 10 out of 10 hold.
Okay.
And also, do you use shampoo?
I use shampoo every other day.
Okay, and what kind is it? Is it sulfate free? What is it?
I think it's just like some dry shampoo.
Dry shampoo. Okay, then that's good. That's good. Thin straight hair is the most greasy by far. So you might actually benefit from using a volumizing shampoo. If you get one, what will happen is it'll make your hair more weightless. Now, when you initially use it, what will happen is it'll make your hair like poof up and look kind of like a bowl cut, where it's just going to be flat all around. But that's where you can come in with like a hair clay, texture powder, and other stuff and style it. and it'll then look like way better if you do it like that.
Okay. And I just have one more question.
Yeah.
So for the lighting, my hair looks pretty dark, but I actually have some pretty light hair. And like my eyebrows, they're not very bushy when I like look in the mirror when I'm like looking around. And usually like I don't know, my forehead shows a lot whenever I have it, and I just do like, should I do something with my hair color, or should I like buff up my eyebrows a little bit?
Yeah, so you have like what's called sparsity in your eyebrows, and there's a few options. You can use minoxidil on them to grow in, like the baby hairs or the peach fuzz on your face can grow in and actually fill in that sparsity. Minoxidil on your eyebrows can also just make the hair look slightly darker or thicker when it grows. Or you can use an eyebrow pencil, which by the way, nobody would notice except for you, where you just fill it in. You just get a color that matches your eyebrows and fill in the blank areas where the hair is not really there. And then also, if you dye it, what else could happen? Like let's say you dye it a slightly darker color, like dark brown. What will happen is there are some probably peach fuzz hairs around your eyebrows that are very, very light colored because it's thin. And when you dye that, it can also make the sparsity look like it's not there as much. So I recommend dyeing your eyebrows a slightly darker color and using minoxidil on them. And then for your hair on top, it's best. The darker it is, usually it's more masculine looking and better. But if you want it to look natural, instead of just dyeing it, you could get low lights, which is where it's the opposite of highlights, where it's like dark streaks that look completely natural. That's what I'd recommend.
Okay.
But yeah, low lights look really good. They add a ton of texture to hair too, so that'll be like a double-edged thing where it's going to make your straight hair look more textured as well as helping with the coloring.
Okay.
Also, would highly recommend this. I will say one other thing. If you do that, that's fixing coloring for your hair, but it'll look even better if you pair that with using a lotion-based self-tanner, because then you'll just look a lot more healthy, sun-kissed, all that. When you do that, and combining all three would make like a huge difference. Fire.
Thank you.
100%, bro.
Thank you, bro. Peace.
Peace. All right, guys. The pinned link, by the way, on the stream, you can join the community up. I do calls like this weekly with like people in the community. So if y'all want to join that, you can run it. And then also, I can answer some questions that you guys give me in the chat. Yo,
you trying to run the clip farming real quick?
Yeah, sure. Let's run it.
Alright.
Let's run it. Bet.
Bro, I need help with my gooning addiction. I'm gooning like every hour of the day. Like each time I goon is like each hour of the day.
Why don't you stop?
And I just need help with that.
Why are you
can't.
doing it? Yes, you can. Just turn on like restrictions on your phone, or like.
Bro, I find a way.
Well, maybe just like put your phone in the other room, and like just think of something else you can do in the meantime, like go on a walk or something.
Go on a walk.
Yeah.
But walking hurts.
I mean, you gotta have what hurts more: gooning 20 times a day or walking.
Bro, you're low key right. I'm gonna change my ways.
Yeah, so go on a walk instead.
Go on a walk.
Yeah.
Got you. And my videos are in like 200 view jail right now.
200 view jail?
Yeah, 200 view jail.
All right, so yeah, it's probably because you're shadow banned. You're not using hashtag FYP. Your VPN isn't on, and you need to delete the app after you post and go on like your Chromebook and like log in and like scroll in there.
So
And
what
then-
do I set the VPN to?
North Korea. And then what should happen is like it'll just randomly unshadow ban you and you'll get like millions of views probably.
So it's not my content, it's like the VPN.
I think the fact that people think content matters in 2025 is crazy. It's hashtags, it's VPN, like you're just shadow banned, bro. That's it.
Or just shadow banned.
Yeah.
I gotta lock in.
Just get
So what's
unshadow
the
banned.
best? Just get unshadow banned. So like if I promote Simpletics, would that get me unshadow banned?
That's one of the only ways that I've seen.
Bro,
Just,
I
like,
guess
hold
I
it
gotta
up.
Buy Simpletics.
You gotta hold it up, put like a TikTok shop
Wait.
link, and then
Give me a sec.
Oh no way.
Does the Simplex clone make me get unshadow banned?
That's one of the other things. Yeah, the cologne. That's like
Gross.
that's selling out though. That's like fully sold out. So like the
That's
salt
what it
spray is
sounds-
gonna be more accessible to do it with. And then
Does
that'll
the
get
texture powder work?
yeah. All three of those things will get you unshadow banned, and then switch your VPN to North Korea, and then make sure you do hashtag FYP, hashtag viral, hashtag Dylan Latham, and then make sure you post at like 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then delete TikTok after you post, and then that'll unshadow ban you.
Do I gotta post it on my Chromebook?
Yeah, I mean that's like
I got it.
obvious, so I feel like I don't need to say that.
Oh, yeah. So, like, what if my videos are only about gooning? Do I still need to touch grass, or should I keep posting about that?
I would just keep posting about that, honestly.
Keep posting about that?
Yeah, I think it's over for you.
Shit. Am I cooked?
Yeah. It's all good though. Just get
I have
unshadow banned and
potential?
you'll. I think if it's like it's possibly over, possibly.
Bro, so what are my options?
Get unshadow banned and then that's probably where I would start. Like post videos on your Chromebook.
And then I also need some looks maximizing tips.
You need
Like-
looks maxing tips, bro. You're already locked in.
Bro, my hair is so straight though. I don't know what to do with it.
With straight hair, you should probably be using texture powder so it can like absorb the grease and oil. What you want to do is take it, pump a few pumps in your hair. I have it right here. Wait. It's like you take the texture powder, you like lift your hair up at the bottom and you just like pump a few pumps in and then mix it in. You don't want to put it all over your hair because then it looks goofy. Just get like the roots and then it'll look way better. So that's what I recommend.
So, like, even if my straight hair is thick, I still need to use the texture powder? Or do I use sea salt spray?
If your straight hair is really thick, use sea salt spray. If your straight hair is like kind of thinner, you don't want to add any weight to your hair, so texture powder is better because like pretty much weightless.
Wait, should I go grab the sea salt spray right now?
Get it? Guys, everyone sub in the chat. Everyone sub. Everyone sub. Is bro wearing lipstick? Yo, he's not wearing lipstick, man. Guys, use your Twitch Prime sub. It's free if you're on Twitch. Oh, shoot. I just cooked myself.
So how do I use the sea salt spray from Simplex?
What you want to do is usually you want to use it on damp hair, but what you can do is like, so you take the cap off and then you shake it up a little bit. So like shake it up. Then you want to lift your hair up and then spray like the roots of your hair with the salt spray. Don't get it too much on your scalp because the salt can like kind of make your scalp like itch if you get it on there too much. And then just like mix it in, scrunch it up and like stand it up. And then you're good. Yeah. See like all that texture?
Yeah, all that texture is crazy.
Yep. Exactly.
Bro.
So that's what you got to do. And then yeah, you're good.
Bro, I feel like I can pull the huzz now.
I think you can.
Bro,
Yeah, bro.
gotta dedicate my life to Simplex now.
I mean,
Got
that's
me
if you
unshadow
want to
banned,
get
got me to pull the huzz.
if you want to get unshadow banned, yeah, that's what I recommend. But if you want to stay shadow banned, I mean, you're already shadow banned, so it's 200 view jail.
Like, I got the Simplex sea salt spray for the hair, the Simplex Aura cologne. I think I'm just locked in now.
Yeah, you're locked in. I think you're good to go. All right.
Alright,
Okay. And
Thank-
hey, so you're in the community, right? School community.
yeah, the school community.
If you had to rate it 1 through 10, what would you rate it?
Bro, it's a 11 out of 10. Bro, I
Yeah.
get to see Dylan every week. He gives me the best advice. Bro, I'm locked in because of the school community.
And now I'm gonna hire you. So
Yeah,
like you're gonna
bro.
you can clip and you can run some other stuff with me because I think you have potential, and you'll get unshadow banned too.
Like, school community got me unshadow banned. I got a job, like, jobs hurt and all, but this one doesn't.
Yeah, because you work with me, of course.
Yeah.
So you're chilling, bro. Somebody said, "How do you join?" It's literally the pinned link on both chats on YouTube, Twitch, and everything. But yeah, bro. I'm glad I could help you. Hopefully you get unshadow banned. Let me know about the North Korean VPN, and then yeah.
Alright, yeah.
All right, bet.
Have a good one, G.
You escaped 200 view jail. All right, bet.
Yeah,
Peace.
that's good.
Guys, I'm shadow banned. Is anyone else shadow banned? Mm-mm-mm. Ooh. Yo.
Yo, what's up? Can you see me?
Yeah, what's good?
Yeah, I can't see myself.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able
can
to.
you give me any looks maxing advice, man? I started using salt spray on my hair after you told me last time. I've been getting big improvements.
Yeah, it looks way better. I mean, I would say now you gotta fix the coloring. You gotta fix your coloring, and you gotta fix if I could do 3 things to you right now, here's what I would say. First off, fix your coloring. So don't tan in the sun because that'll destroy your collagen in your skin. Get a lotion-based self-tanner on like Amazon. And if you want to apply it the best way possible, put it inside of a spray bottle, shake up the spray bottle, and spray yourself so it's even. Or you can just apply it like lotion. Okay, that's 1. 2, your hair is fine now. I think it looks good like that. So like keep using sea salt spray. That's fine. And then 3, lock in on your physique in the gym. I notice that you could have a lot better posture, and that can be fixed by training certain muscles. There's these muscles on the back of your shoulder called your rear delts. Training these can help you stand up straighter as well as other back muscles. And then
thanks, man.
That's my honest advice.
Yeah, thank you a lot, man.
100%.
Sea salt spray really helped me. Everybody needs to go and buy some Pledix.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone go buy some Pledix.
Some Pledix, the goat. That was it. Goodbye.
Fire, bro. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Run it. Next person. All right, chat. What's going on? Let me read the chat here. W advice. Thank you. Discord. Shoot. Should I put a link to the Discord too? I don't know if I have any mods. Does anyone want to be a mod on? I need a Twitch and a YouTube mod. So you guys can put like links. So to run that, yeah, we got to do that. We got to do that, man. Everyone drop your Twitch Prime sub if you're on Twitch. It's free. It's free. Free for all. Why is nobody getting draft? Oh. Yo.
Yo, what's up, bro?
What's good, bro?
Is the camera on?
It's on. Yeah, I can see you.
All right, awesome.
Okay,
All
what's
right.
good, bro?
All right, so yeah, we did a help thing last time, but I do have a question because I struggle with like confidence and stuff in situations. Like I feel like I get really awkward at times where I just like I lock up. I don't really know what to say, and it just gets really weird, and I just don't know what to do. And it doesn't really necessarily have to be like with like a girl or anything, but like in just any situation. And I just feel like it gets really weird, and I just want your opinion on how to fix that. I have more questions aside from that as well, but that's like one of the main things.
Okay. If you don't know what to say, you do these 3 things. First off, you let the silence fill the air, because the same way that you feel is how other people around you are going to feel, and they're going to feel the need to fill the air. So when you make them do it instead of you, the best way to do that is just by staying silent. Second thing is get people to talk about themselves. People like talking about themselves more than anything else, and the easiest way to do that is to just get good at asking questions. And when I say asking questions, I'm talking open-ended questions that can't be answered with one response. So you should never ask a question that could be answered with yes or no. It should be descriptive answers that you're seeking for. Then 3 is going to be body language. No matter how silent something is, how awkward it feels, if you look loose and you're chilling, like, and you're just kind of like really, really relaxed looking, it will relax other people. While if you're tense looking, it'll make other people tense. Those are the 3 things.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so I just feel like I don't know. It's like I get that, but what if like the other person, going back to the first thing, what if the other person is thinking the same thing? Like they think, oh, he's gonna break the silence, or like what if both people are thinking the same thing, and then it's just awkward silence for like a solid 30 seconds. That's really
Well, usually there's like, it's almost like a countdown timer of like when it's silent for like 5+ seconds, somebody's gonna really want to say something usually. So I would say most of the time they will say something. It's very rare that they won't, but in the case that they don't, you just, like I said, you need to ask a question, I would say. Um, and it's actually, I would say, it comes down to like training the skill, because the more you do it, the better you'll get at doing it. And I would say like you need to ask like really good questions. And also, it's not always bad to be silent. Like I said, what makes silence awkward is typically going to be body language. So like if you're standing and you're completely chill, it's like fine to be silent.
Yeah. I appreciate that advice. I'll definitely be using that. And then two, this is really vague, but like I really want to just maximize. I know I'm only 14, so obviously I'm still growing. I'm still going to be, gaining facial features and stuff. Also, you mentioned last time, since I'm getting braces in like just a few weeks, I'm not going to be getting a palate expander, or whatever it was called, but they said I didn't really need it. But yeah, but I think I just want to get advice on how to maximize my looks, because my hair at the moment is not great. It's like really thin. It's not dense. It's not, it's just, there's not a lot of hair on my head. But I mean, there's hair on my head. It's just not long. It's not thick. It's not dense. There's like patches around my hair, around my scalp, that the scalp is very visible, and I want to fix that. And then I also have like, my face is not super bloated, but I feel like I could definitely de-bloat a little bit, and like, what's the right word? Like, just sharpen my jawline and just make it look a little bit better. And then obviously the main thing for me is physique, because my shoulder, like, I'm very skinny. I'm barely 120 pounds, and I'm almost 5'9". I'm over 5'9". So I feel like bulking is definitely something I should do, but I just want to get your opinion on how to maximize looks in general.
Okay.
I know you said last time, I should get like a self tanner, and I'm going to get that, but I just want to get any other advice.
Yeah, so coloring will be fixed using a self tanner. Secondly, I would say I think it would be a good idea definitely to start like resistance training, especially at this age, because that'll help with like growth in every way. And also, when you have higher testosterone, which by the way, training gives you higher testosterone, your face development changes. So if like, let's say you have chubby cheeks, high testosterone can impact how chubby your cheeks look, for example, and your fat displacement. So doing that. But the issue is that you're so young that if you were to try to like lose a bunch of weight now, I think the negatives would outweigh the positives. But that's really going to be one of the only ways to actually like make your face look way more chiseled. So you're kind of in this situation where your best case scenario is going to be going to the gym, eating like healthy foods and all this, and basically just like training really hard. And the other stuff I would do, I just wouldn't do it yet, because like I said, while you're still young, I think the negatives would outweigh the positives. So like you shouldn't try to get really, really lean, because you're already lean.
No.
But by gaining more muscle, it'll just make you look so much better overall in everything. And then also wearing colors that like match your undertone. So if you look at your forearm, you'll see your veins have a certain color. They're either going to be bluish looking, greenish looking, or somewhere in between. Based on the undertone is the colors you should wear. If they're more blue, you wear cool colors. So like baby blue, kind of like washed out, like light colors. If they're green, you wear dark colors like olive, like navy blue, like maroon. So based on that, and then if you're in between, that's also just going to be like a mix up. But I would say if I had to guess, you're probably a cool undertone, which means you should probably wear like kind of lighter wash colors.
It's actually, when I look at my forearm and I like, because I actually have the veins are actually green.
Okay, then in that case, you're most likely a warm undertone, which means you should try wearing like navy blue, for example, or like maroon, and see what that looks like.
Yeah, I don't own any maroon, but I'm going to be expanding my closet. I'm going to be going shopping a lot soon, because my closet, if I'm being completely honest, it is garbage. I don't have really anything good. It's all like big brand name, or well, not brand name, but like big logos, graphics and stuff. It's just like, it's not good. It's really not good. So I do have to fix that. But
yeah,
because I think also style will also, help confidence. Because like when I'm wearing a good outfit, my confidence boost is just insane. Like I feel so much more like comfortable, confident, and just in a more safe, and just not safe, but like I just feel better about.
You feel secure in yourself
if I'm wearing a good outfit.
Yeah, I think you should prioritize clothes that fit over everything else. because when you wear clothes that fit nicely, you want like actual very specific things. So if you want to get, say, a shirt that fits nice, there's 3 things you should focus on. Number 1, how tight is it like on your arm? So like the bicep, the tighter this is, the bigger your arm is going to look. Secondly, is you want it to be loose on the stomach, because even if you're skinny or lean, your stomach can still like pop out a little bit, which is going to look worse. And then 3, you want it to be tight on your chest. If you get a shirts that have those features, it'll make you look way better even without working out.
Yeah, I got one. I got one from Young LA. I have like a compression shirt. I love compression shirts. They're really cool, and they're like I wear them a ton. It's like I have like 10 of them, but that's like the main thing I wear is like an undershirt. It's just always like it's obviously compression's good for recovery as well, but like it just defines my muscles better. So
yeah. Wait, one other thing though, I would say if you're like taller, a lot of times wearing like baggier stuff could look good too.
Yeah.
I recommend like wearing like baggy pants, not extremely, but like slightly baggy pants and tighter upper stuff. But you should never be wearing like tight pants and stuff like that. It'll just make you look goofy. That's what I would say.
Yeah, because like skinny jeans are hideous. I only have baggy jeans. I have one pair of skinny jeans, but they're not really skinny jeans. It's just I've gotten a lot bigger in the last year, so they're like they do not look good on me. So my main like pants that I wear are like baggy sweatpants or baggy jeans or something like that. So definitely don't wear any tight pants at all.
Got you. And then what's your hair type?
1A to 1B depending on the day, but I really just want to make it more dense because like there are patches. There's a specific patch, I think it's right around here, that there's like it is really obvious and you can see a lot of scalp. Obviously people aren't going to be really looking there, but it just worries me a little bit. Like I just want my hair to like be more dense and like have more volume and more hair in general, but I also don't want to be thicker because it's like that is not thick at all. It is very thin hair, and I just feel like looking at my family's hair, like they have pretty thick hair, and I don't. Like I have the thinnest hair in my family, other than my mom. My mom and I might have pretty similar hair, but she still has thicker hair than me. It's just I want to figure out how to fix that, because yeah.
Is your mom's dad bald or does he have hair? Or did he?
My mom's dad. Well, my dad's dad just buzzed it off. He purposefully.
All that matters is your mom's dad.
My mom's dad, he just doesn't have. He's never had a lot of hair. He's not bald. It's just in the last 20 years, he's had the same amount of hair. I think he's not balding, but he just doesn't have.
Is his hair thin? Like, is it like sparse?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where you get that genetic from. Which means if he's not bald, there's a high likelihood that you won't go bald either. But if his hair is thinning in the corners at all, or the back, like the crown, there's a high likelihood that yours will as well. So if you want your hair to be thicker, the easiest thing you can do that will actually get results is use 5% minoxidil, which you can find on Amazon in 6 months quantities. So, oh wait, somebody just sent $2 and said, where's the Discord? Shoot, I need like a mod to put it in the chat or something. The Discord is called Simpletics Club.
I can get in the chat.
Yeah. But what I was saying though is just you should use 5% minoxidil. The issue is I don't know if it would have adverse reactions since you're so young. So you might have to wait to do that. But making your hair thicker is going to be pretty challenging, especially if the issue is density.
Yeah. I mean, I just really want to, because my hair is the main thing, because I tried a buzz cut. It did not look good. My forehead, I'm not going to forehead leak. I might do that like if we do a private call, but I'm not going to forehead leak right now. But it's not, my forehead is pretty big, so I don't think a buzz cut is something that I should ever do. And especially since my hair is dense, when it's really like short, my scalp's going to show a ton. So I don't think a buzz cut is something I should really do again. But yeah, I just feel like longer hair is the way I should go. It's just my hair's so thin that it's hard to get like volume, texture, or anything like that. It just looks bad.
There's a few ways to fix this. The 3 things you could do. Number 1 is if you have if your hair is thin, the shorter it is, the thicker it will feel. Not saying you should get a buzz cut, but just having it slightly shorter. Secondly is going to be, so there's two other things. So like if you don't use shampoo that often, what will happen is it'll feel thicker, but what's actually happening is your sebaceous oil, aka the oil like on your scalp, is going to be coating it, which is why it's going to feel thicker. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend that, but if you use a volumizing shampoo, you'll get the look of having thick hair even without it being that much thicker. And then the third thing you could do is use a product that's lightweight. Any weight that is added to your hair will make it lay flatter. So if your goal is to make it stand up, using something like texture powder is going to be one of the best things, or a matte hair clay. You should never use products with oil because oil will make your hair type look way more like, I guess, greasy, thin, all that.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, wait, someone just donated. Elijah, been following Simpletics, or been following since 2023. Love the advice you give, bro. Buy Simpletics. W man, thank you. Get me Bailey on. Who's Bailey? Yeah, you guys got to find the Discord. Somebody's got to send it in chat. But yeah, any other questions?
Trying to think. Not really. If I have any more questions, I can just DM you. I don't know if it'll reach you, but yeah, I do. I think that pretty much solves it. I just really, I really don't know because I obviously my hair might get thicker as I get older. This might be just like, going through like puberty, and since I'm 14 and I'm still really young, but I'm hoping that happens. But yeah, I think that answers my questions for now. But yeah.
So wait, one thing I will say is your hair is very likely to change in the next 2 to 3 years since you're 14, which is called hair maturation. It could potentially get thicker, but it could also change hair types. So it's really going to depend. I think if you, once again, like just waiting, but like using the things that I mentioned, I think your best thing would be volumizing shampoo, texture powder, and getting a slightly shorter haircut. Because also what people don't know, and very few barbers even like talk about this, I don't know why. If you cut your hair short here, like say the back here, and leave it long here, it's going to be way easier to make it stand up, because what's happening is all the density of your hair is here and it's laying over the top, forcing it to lay flat. So if you cut this really short and leave this longer, it stands up way easier because there's nothing holding it down, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That does make sense. Also, I noticed you got a new haircut, so I think it looks really good, by the way.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. How thick is your hair? Because it looks thick. Or did you just like use texture powders or hair clay or something?
My hair was really thin, and the way I made it thicker was by using finasteride and minoxidil. It was a mix of that, and then also when I went through puberty, my hair got way thicker. It was really thin, and then I also use texture powder and salt spray, which just are gonna make it look way thinner. I mean thicker. Sorry.
Awesome, bro. I really appreciate it. I just googled finasteride. It's like a.
Don't use it. Don't use finasteride yet because it disrupts DHT, which is a hormone. You can use it after you're like 18 or whatever age. You just don't want to use it while you're still young.
Yeah, because I want to be as tall as I possibly can, because DHT is like what is like helps you grow, or well, no, it's like a hormone thing.
It's dihydrotestosterone. It's important while you're going through puberty and stuff, but after it just causes a lot of issues. So you want to use it after.
Yeah. All right, bro. I appreciate it.
Fire, bro. 100%.
Yeah. I'll let you know if I have any more questions.
Got you. Sounds good.
All right. See you, dude.
Peace. Gotta like hide my screen because I don't know who's gonna join, what they're gonna have on their screen. Might be cooked. Might be cooked. Okay, what's the Discord? It's called Simpletics Club, but I forgot how to send. I might have to link it. I might have to link it here somehow. Bro, you need to hit the gym? I mean, bro, I'll hit the gym, but at the same time, I like my physique. Bro, I feel like I have a decent physique. Like, I don't know. What do y'all think? Who's calling me? Why is someone from Chicago calling me, bro? I need somebody to get dragged here. I think the dude isn't noticing. Somebody said you fell off. So I actually get more views than I... Oh, shoot. Let me fix this. I get more views than I ever have right now. But ideally what I would rather do is have a really core tight audience instead of being like mega famous. But yeah. Yeah, what can I help you with?
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's good? How you doing?
Chilling.
I
How
got
are
a
you?
question for you.
Yeah, what is
So
it?
you chilling? You chilling like a fucking villain?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
All right.
So I just started this new TikTok at Econ Type B. It's fucking phenomenal. You should really follow it. So I had this really weird thing happen to me, man. I got 2 views on a video, but then I got 600 on my last one. So what do you recommend as far as consistency? As far as, do you recommend like 2 videos per hour? Do you recommend like spam, 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 spam?
Okay. So you said you got 2 views on a video, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you got 2 views on a video, that's
Yeah.
literally like the algorithm like suppressing that video. So you did something that like was bad because TikTok basically gives you a baseline amount of views. I think it's usually like at least like 50 plus or like 20 plus. So if you get like anything less than that, it's like literally like being hidden for some reason. Not
Yeah.
to say it can't get unhidden. And then to answer the question
Okay.
about how much should you post, I think it depends on a few different things. It depends on, is there a quality drop off when you post a lot? When you post, are you making the content to go viral or to get sales and stuff? Because sometimes prioritizing for like views can be good or bad. And then 3, I would say it depends like what you want. So like if you spam post, but the posts are like brain rot, you're going to attract that audience. But if they're not
Yeah.
brain rot, you're going to attract the other audience. So like it depends
What
on the
other
content
audience?
completely. So like just an example is when I make content that gets less views, but it's more targeted, you attract a higher quality audience usually, because quality usually comes from specificity. So like being specific, you specifically solve problems, which means people are more warmed to like buy something from you, for example.
Got you. Got a couple more questions. Let's do number 2. So I got this new job. It's fucking phenomenal. $20 an hour. You know, I'm looking to get back. There's a gym in the same strip mall as my new job. So I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck do I get started on a diet? Let's just say $30, right? I got $30 to spend. What the hell do I spend it on?
How
Because
many?
I can't be fucking looking like this. I can't be looking like this. I gotta get the fucking jawline. I gotta fucking mog you. I have to fucking mog you, Dylan.
Okay. All right. So $30 in what time frame? Because you just said $30. Is that like week, day?
I mean, I'm gonna get it at the end of the week, but it's gonna be like 300 times 10 probably per month, probably in 2 months. But that's beyond the point. I'm just saying, if I got $30 right now, I
Okay.
go to like Walmart, Costco. What do you recommend, and what food do I spend it on?
Okay. What you want? I would say there's 3 things to focus on. Number 1, high protein. Reason being, there's a few reasons. Number 1, high protein will help you maintain your muscle. Not only that, it makes you more full per calorie. So for example, if you eat a food that has 100 calories, 10 grams of protein, that will fill you up more than a food that has 100 calories, 2 grams of protein. So it will make you eat less, which then will make you lose fat while helping retain muscle. Secondly, high fiber. Fiber is another thing that will make you less hungry per calorie. So something with high fiber, eating it will just make it way easier to lose weight. And then thirdly, focus on whole foods with good micronutrients. I would say this is less important, but still important. And then also just following something you could stick to. So like, for example, something I eat, you can get pre-packaged, like say tuna packets, for example, which have an insanely good ratio of calories to
I'm
protein.
allergic to tuna.
Let's do chicken, let's say. You can get like
Okay.
canned chicken, or you can get like packet chicken that's like seasoned and stuff. When you get that, it's like $1 per, $2 per. You eat like a few of those packets in a day, and that's good. But if you want something a little bit different, you could also go for just making it at home. So it depends what you're optimizing for. That stuff is just going to be
Okay.
really fast. If you make your own food, it'll probably be a little bit cheaper. In which case I recommend something like chicken breasts, just generally
Okay.
like meat and stuff.
So you want me to focus on Whole Foods, even though I got a job at Whole Foods and it was toxic as fuck, so I left that bitch. And I'm just like,
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, interesting. And how long you been doing this again?
What part? Streaming or like just
Yeah.
I've been streaming for like a while. I took a break. I've been back for like 3 days now, 4 days.
Okay. Here's my last question.
Okay.
So actually, let me just explain it. I had a dream last night that fucked me. It just fucked me up, Dylan. I need a lot of help to get over it.
Okay.
Listen to me. My idol is Wemby from the Spurs, the greatest player I think of all time. Give it 10 years. In the dream, my friend pulls up to the mall in his Lambo, and Wemby is there, and bro gives Wemby a kiss on the fucking lips. As a Spurs fan, it's mad disrespectful that my idol kissed my bro, but not me in my dream. The crazy thing is my friend gets mistaken for being zesty all the time. And he knows Wemby is my idol, but still chose to kiss my idol over me in that dream. Here's the problem. I was never into really tall guys like Wemby, or really short guys like my friend who say they're like 6'5" or probably like 5'0". I've spent all day gooning to Wemby and to my friend. And I feel like the biggest hypocrite when I tell these gooners who watch my stuff to stop gooning. Bro, if I don't get over this dream soon, I'm going to lose my mansion and my investment portfolio and probably my mind. What advice do you have for me?
Instead of gooning, go on a walk.
Oh, shut the hell up. What do you mean go on a walk?
If you have a bad habit, it has to be replaced with like a good habit, I would say.
Bro, you're making me crash out like the other finance guy with the permanent classes. What do you mean go on a walk? Huh? Go on a walk?
I would say that guy's
what?
probably wrong too. I'd say go on a walk. Yeah, that's the best answer.
You're making me crash out. I'll be like, fuck you. Yeah.
All right, you can crash out.
I'm kidding, Matt. Okay, that's it.
Crash out. Go ahead.
That was just the funny bit.
I'm crashing out now. I'm crashing out.
Okay, Dylan. For real, we know each other. How was that?
That was good.
Progress?
You're gonna get clipped. You're gonna get clipped for sure. You're gonna see yourself.
Yeah. As far as over the course of the month, what do you think? Have you seen growth? I always ask people like I work with, I mentor with, have you seen growth?
Yeah, you've gotten way better at content. I would say definitely keep posting, post a ton, and somebody just said they're clipping you. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I would say. But yeah, do you have any other questions?
Nah, thank you.
Yeah, 100%. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, bro.
I just got crashed out on. Yeah, guys. So let me see what time it is. Oh, shoot. It's 3. Okay. All right. I'm scared. I'm scared to even like show people that join this, bro. I don't know what people are going to do. They might like. I'm scared, bro. Yeah. So what I was saying though is I basically came to the realization, at least for now, I want to try at least to just post high quality content for specific people instead of trying to go viral, because going viral is great and all, but like, bro, I don't know. I don't really care about that as much anymore, because like I want to help people, and you can't help people when you're really broad about things. Yo.
Yo, we're trying to get someone in there. It's cooked.
Oh no, what's happening? Hello? He dipped? Yo. Wait. Before you drag someone, what's going on? Bro, dipped again. Yo, wait, Dom. Yo, can you hear me? Okay, wait, before you drag anyone, what's going on? Is it everyone crashing out?
Yeah, it's we're trying to get everyone to like unmute in there so we can decide who's next.
Oh, but they're not doing it. They're not like listening.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm gonna have to end my stream soon anyway, so it's all good.
Okay, do you just want a random person then?
Check one more time, like right now, and then come. Oh,
okay, we got one, I guess.
Yo.
My bad.
Yo, what's good, bro? Are you good being on camera and everything on the stream?
Yeah, it's calm.
Okay, bet, bro. What can I help you with?
Basically, I had like really good like middle part that was proper. It suited my face shape because I had an oval. Then I got this horrible buzz, and my barber cooked me, and like generally it just cooked me. And also my eyes are a bit. Do you see what I mean there? They're a bit pasty, whilst the rest of my skin is all right. So I just wanted some tips like hair growth and then what to do after.
Okay, first off, I actually think the buzz suits you. How old are you?
15. I'm 5'11" too.
Okay. 5. Okay, yeah, so you're probably going to be tall. You have a good facial structure, like really good facial structure. I think the buzz cut, like, I don't know what your other haircut looked like, but I feel like it might actually look better buzzed than not. But if you do want to grow it,
if you want.
yeah, let me see. Shoot,
Wait,
I don't know if I'll be able to
send it
pull it
DMs.
up. My stream's going to crash. I can't even pull it up. It won't let me.
Oh, sorry.
It's all
That's my
good, though.
That's my fault.
But,
Basically, this is mad. I had like, I could do a fringe, and it was like it went down to here, so it wasn't like long. It wasn't like when you're old like fringe, but it was still long. So that looked good. Like on UMax, I got like 93 and stuff because it highlighted my facial features, but I've gone down to 85.
okay. All right. So, yeah, here's what I would say. What you should do for growing hair, you could just use 5% minoxidil. That's going to be the best thing. Any sort of hair growth oil, all that probably isn't going to do much for you. But as for like the paleness or whatever it was, what was it like on your eye?
It was like under my eye here, near my nose actually.
Are you talking about like discoloration, like darkness, or are you saying like it's pale?
Like the length.
No, I'm not talking about hair. I'm talking about
My eyes.
yeah.
Compared to the rest of my face, because my lighting's horrible in here. But basically, my skin blends all well. But if you get to my eyes, I get really bad eye bags. And also, for some reason, I've gained a bunch of eyelid exposure. I used to have like none, and now I've got a bunch.
Okay. So what you could do, I would say, so for the under eye bags, if you use, like, I think you should use a self tanner. I tell this to like everyone, a lotion based self tanner. What it will do is make all of your skin dark in the whole area. You apply it to like your whole upper body and your face, but it'll completely hide the color discoloration. If you don't want to do all that, you could get a tinted moisturizer that matches your skin tone and put it under your eyes, and that'll hide it as well. And then I would say those are the two easiest things you could do. And then also it depends, like, is your sleep good and stuff? Like, is your diet good? Is your sleep good? Like,
My diet's fine. My sleep, I need to work on. I can't lie. It's been not staying up watching like those survival videos.
yeah, so even if you do the like the people building like huts and stuff.
Yeah, but then you find out they're fake and like broke my heart.
Oh yeah, it's so sad, bro. But I would say if with bad sleep, even if you do the other stuff, you're still gonna have like eye bags or like dark circles, even if you fix your sleep. I mean, even if you do the other stuff. So I would prioritize that first and then go like down the list. So like fix your sleep. If that doesn't work, use the tinted moisturizer. And if you want it just to be better overall, do the tanner alongside that.
Because I've got quite good facial structure. I'm decent because I've always had
Yeah.
an actually good jawline.
And then
Cheekbones are all right.
upper eyelid exposure, that's something where it's like you just need to have like facial expression control to an extent because it's really hard to like just fix, because the reason people have it is due to their bones, which is nearly impossible to fix, and due to fat placement.
Yeah.
So that's just because you don't have fat there and your bones are like kind of high. So like basically just keeping mind of like not raising your eyebrows all the time, because I actually don't think it's that bad. I think your other features kind of like overpower it, so it doesn't really matter. But I would say just making sure you're not always raising your eyebrows like when you talk and stuff, which is something you just got to like think about.
Because I bought a skull cap. And I don't know if it looked decent or not, to be honest.
Let me see what it looks like.
Literally, if I just pull it down above the eyebrows.
I would say it's
So-
chill, but it doesn't make much of a difference. Like it doesn't look bad.
I thought so.
Yeah. But either way, what texture is like your hair? So like when you grew it out, is it like wavy?
When it's long, it's 2C. It's 2C thick.
Okay, that's like a really good hair type too. So maybe you should grow it out, just because even though the buzz looks good, it could look better. And like while you're
Because
still
this
young,
is-
I guess.
Right. Thing is, my problem is I only realised it when I buzzed. I've got a double cowlet because I've got one here and I've got one at the back of the head. So there's not a lot I can do about that. So that's why I can't do like a crop when it grows out, for example. because this will always stick up.
Oh, okay. If you use certain products, it could help with that. Like if you tried using a leave-in conditioner, it might like hold your hair down in a way that you can style it down.
Yeah, because my problem is because as my hair's short now, I have to wash it more often because I used to wash it twice a week. 'Cause of course, wavy hair. Didn't want to get dandruff. Like, my hair was healthy, but thing is, my hair started to get a tiny bit greasy. Can't really tell on camera, but this because of how short it's gone.
Yeah, you could use a clarifying shampoo to fix that as well.
Mm.
So
I also just got one. Oh, sorry.
yeah, no. What was it?
Basically, I was just thinking my eyebrows. I need to like trim them up or like grow them out because I used to have thick eyebrows, but I accidentally trimmed them too much, like you did.
Yeah, honestly, I would not recommend like trimming your eyebrows like crazy. I see you have like an eyebrow slit, which I think it looks fine. Like it doesn't look bad.
No,
But
that was an accident. Because I have hay fever. I was trimming my eyebrows and I sneezed. It's not very
oh,
good.
so that was an accident. Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah. So look, you can see it's half. It was half cut.
Okay. So the issue is when you
Yeah.
trim your eyebrows, sometimes it can leave like permanent effects because like the regrowth can be like different. So I would say like you also might want to use like minoxidil or castor oil on that. Otherwise, it might cause issues. If you dye them too, though, like I was saying to the other guy, if you dye them like a darker color, what might happen is like the peach fuzz, because everyone has peach fuzz like on their face. It could dye those like sort of translucent hairs to make them like dark, and it might actually like kind of fill in the gap a little bit, but that just depends as well.
That's fair. Do you have any other tips for me? Because in real life, and like mirrors, and also Snapchat, you can't see like my facial symmetry, but on this video, I can see that like it's inverted, like this eye is higher than this eye, for example. So it might just be my camera, but I was just wondering if you've got any other tips for me, just like glow
So
up. Not like glow up.
so
But, like, you know
here's
what I mean?
everyone has like a level of facial asymmetry. It's just how much do you have it? It's only noticeable to other people when it gets to a certain point. Your face is not at that point, which means that's mostly in your head. And that's like actually like scientifically proven that like basically people trick themselves into thinking it's worse than it is because you're used to seeing your face. As like an outside viewer, your face isn't asymmetrical enough to be noticeable at all. It's not something people will see and be like, he's asymmetrical. So like I think that's fine. The buzz cut's also gonna help with the asymmetry because your hair can't be all like going over the place. So I would say it's good like as it is. I would say more so than anything, you should just try to adjust your coloring. So like the self-tanning thing and the dyeing of the hair. If you dye your hair a little bit darker and your eyebrows and get like the self-tanner, it'll just make you look like night and day different. But that's like that's really easy to do. Other than that, I think you're on the right track. And then also probably like working out while you're still young to boost HGH and grow as tall as possible.
Because I'm near the end. Because I'm like stage 5. Because
How tall are you?
I've got horrible. 5'11".
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. That like anything over like, yeah, I think you're fine. Then yeah, you basically have like you're pretty set. I think you're chilling. Then it comes down to focusing on like other stuff, bro. Because realistically, looks are one thing, but I think focusing after that, you should focus on like money and like income and stuff. That's like the
Yeah, I was gonna do that
next
to get a summer
phase.
job.
What are you doing?
Not right now, but I was gonna just like I don't know yet because it's like weird laws over here. It's like you have to be 16.
Okay, got you. Are you interested in like social media or anything like that at all?
I guess 'cause I've got a bunch of free time.
I think learning about like AI and social media are like two of the best things you could do right now because having a job will give you income. So if you have all three, the most important thing over income is skills that you have. And I don't know if you're good at school or not. I don't know how it works. Are you from UK?
Yeah.
The way I see it, I won't give specific advice, but just from what I've seen, if you're not outstanding at school, like insanely good, like crazy good grades, usually you get more value out of building skills. So like I said, content related or like AI or just something online. Because if you start now, you'll be ahead of everyone by the time you're like 18, way ahead of everyone.
Yeah, that's true. Because I turned 15 this year, March. So yeah, that lines up.
Yeah, that's fire. I think you lock in on that. Your looks are fine. If your looks get even better, you can, I mean, even if they didn't, it doesn't matter because like I said, I think you look good enough to where you could utilize that for doing better on social media.
'Cause
If
my
you did
hair,
want to do
it's-
social
it
media.
sounds stupid. But my hair, when it was like here, it actually helped frame my face better. So the only thing which has improved with Buzz is my jawline, because my cheekbones were like more visible, and it had a bit of the eyelid exposure. So
I
that's why I
see.
look better
Yeah.
with, like,
No, you're right. I think you having your hair grown out would probably look better now that you mentioned that. I would agree.
Because I wasn't going to come out here and say like I'm the most beautiful man on the planet, and I wasn't going to say I was like the most ugly. You know what I mean? Saying like there's bits, like little bits I can improve on.
That's where like most guys are. That's where I see myself as well. So I think like, yeah, I think you're in like a good position. I recommend listening to those things. And then also, I think the best thing you could do though, like I said, is upgrade to the next thing. Cause like looks are one thing, but what I would consider more valuable is like what you do with your looks, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro.
Is there like anything else like to do with my face I could improve, or was it like that it?
Are your teeth good? Are they like white, straight, all that?
Oh, I'd braces.
Okay. Then you're chilling. I would literally say the only things you could really do, like realistically, hit the gym more, grow out your hair, do the coloring where you potentially dye your eyebrows darker, and use minoxidil on like your eyebrows if you need to, and the self tanner.
Okay.
Other than that, there genuinely like isn't gonna be much you can do because you're still young, and I wouldn't recommend trying to like get to a really low body fat right now because it'll just like stunt your growth even more, even though you're tall. But
Think.
so you said 6%. You would know. You're probably over 10%. Most people overestimate how lean they are. You're probably
That's
like
I've got, like,
minimum like 11 or 12. I would say 11 probably. If you have like abs, you're probably like 11.
That's true. So I was trying to interrupt. I'm 55 kg. What's that in pounds?
I think that's like 120, something like that.
What's spelled pound? Spell pounds wrong, bro. It's so good. You're spot on 121.
Yeah.
So I put in I've got a scale and it said 6%. So that might be wrong, of course.
Yeah, no, I think that sounds right. Based on the way you look, that sounds like it would be right. But yeah, I think, bro, realistically, like I said, I think your looks are fine. You'll be fine on that. Like, it also depends what you're optimizing for because different looks get you different results. If you want to look good for girls, that's one thing. That's where growing out your hair will give you more of a result. If you want to be like more respected by guys and stuff, having a buzz cut will do that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. With that thing you said earlier, do you know what like specific thing I should do? Or was it like niche? What was it called?
For what? Social media?
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Like,
Giving specific advice usually is not going to be good for anyone just because everyone has a different situation. But I would say general advice that I could give is find a pain point that you struggle with or just anyone, something that's bad that you don't like. So let's say example like growing your hair or something like that. It could be anything. Learning about it by fixing it for yourself or for someone else. So like let's say you struggle with being skinny, getting jacked, and then just making that your niche. It could be about anything though. It could be about football, like soccer, whatever. It could be about the gym. It could be about hair. It could be about anything. But my general recommendation for starting is just fixing a problem for you or someone else.
Because I was thinking of doing like a thing like growing out my buds, and then like a really stupid title, just like get these like buzz to hug or something like that, which would be quite funny.
Bro, that would be great. That would be great. When everyone starts, I think documenting is the best thing because you don't know what you're gonna do, but the fact is you are where you are, and that sounds like complicated. All that means is that like you have a unique scenario that nobody else has, and when you document it, it could be interesting to people. You don't know until you try it.
Alright. That's it really. Except like growing
Fire,
out
bro.
and stuff. Alright. Thank you.
Good luck with everything.
Have a good one, bro.
All right, guys. Chat. What's going on? I feel like I should do like some reaction stuff to like looks related things at some point. Yo. Hello? You're,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Bet. Can you turn on your camera? We're live
Yeah,
right now.
I got you.
Okay, bet, bro. All right, what can I help you with?
Wait, can you see me?
Yep.
Okay. It won't let me. I can't see myself, but it's fine.
You're good. I don't
So-
know why it keeps doing that. You're good though.
Hold on. All right. So, I have a few things I gotta ask, and I'm gonna start off with like the most like the one I felt like I've struggled with the most is probably my face symmetry.
Okay. So you're asking here you can continue your question.
Yeah, so I feel like one side of my face is really unsymmetrical, and I've struggled with that I think since like 8th grade. I've tried like laying down, but like every time I wake up, I wake up like on my side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
Okay. So everybody moves in their sleep, which is why it's going to be hard. Something I did is I got a weighted blanket that can weigh you down when you sleep. So that way, if you sleep on your back and you want to, you can hold yourself down. But I would say the side you sleep on is only going to cause skin differences. It's not going to cause structural differences. So what that means is like it can impact like the actual like, I guess, how do I explain it? The structure of your face a little bit, but very minimally. It's more so going to impact your skin. If you want to impact the structure of your face, so let's say your jaw is asymmetrical, that can likely be due to using one side dominantly over the other. So if you switch sides, so like when you chew food, if you chew on one side all the time, over the course of a few years, that will create a very large difference in the way each side looks, and versus switching to the other side. So that's something you could do. Then hair is one of the easier things, and a lot of people misattribute, which means they blame one thing for their asymmetry or just any problem when it's actually something else. Your hair could also be a really easy way to make your face look more symmetrical. But usually I notice shorter hairstyles usually stay in place a lot better, which then leads to your face looking more symmetrical rather than having long hair that's like really bulky on one side. Because you don't notice your hair being asymmetrical and it changes every day.
So, okay, so by looking at me, which side do you think is more like asymmetrical? Just so I like.
Okay, well, it's not a question of which side is more asymmetrical because it's a comparison between each side.
Oh yeah.
The side with the light hitting your face, I can't tell which side is your dominant. For most people, and anyone watching can like try this too. Usually your left side is the dominant side of your face, so the side that you like more. Looking at you, I can't tell though, because first off, the lighting's different, but most of the time people aren't going to notice that big difference unless you point it out.
Okay. And then another thing is that I feel like, so I'm like super bloated, you know, like my face is like super bloated.
Yeah.
And I want some tips on like how to get rid of the bloat, because I'm going to the gym, I'm doing cardio, I'm going to the gym like almost every day, and if I'm not, like if I'm on my rest day, I'm just hitting cardio. So
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay. So I honestly think what you're going to have to do to de-bloat, it's really going to be losing body fat, because you're probably a higher percent than you would think. Most people are. Most people think they're way lower than what they actually are. So you just need like to go in a calorie deficit before you think about de-bloating, because de-bloating makes a very minimal difference while calorie deficit makes an extreme difference. So like, how tall are you?
5'8".
5'8". So do you have like any abs, for example?
Yeah, I got MyFitnessPal.
No, abs. Like, do you have abs? Like,
Oh, abs?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I don't.
Until you get to that point, I wouldn't think about de-bloating, because the largest differences come from closing that gap of not having abs to having abs, and all you have to do is get in a caloric deficit. So like, then it comes down to the question of like, why, what foods are you eating that might be causing like issues? If you're not eating high protein, high fiber diet, you're gonna be more hungry with more calories that you're eating. So like literally by eating higher protein, you can eat fewer calories while feeling the same amount of fullness.
Yeah. Most of the time, I hit my protein goal, and I have like 300 calories left, and I don't really eat after that because I don't know. I mean, I hit my protein, and I don't really think about eating, like, because I'm like thinking about like, oh, I need to lose like body fat. I need to be in a caloric deficit, but I might be wrong on that.
So for the protein goal thing, that's fine. But I think it's better to focus on protein ratios per the food that you eat, because you can literally eat less while feeling more full, which is what I was saying. So like, even if you're hitting your protein goal, you still might be potentially overeating, because unless you're really lean, like aka to the point where you have abs, your calorie deficit is going to be changing literally day by day. Like I have this like ring tracker that tracks how many calories I burn in a day. Some days it's 2,300 and some days it's only 2,000. So it depends on your activity levels. But unless you're at the point where you have like abs, for example, you probably need to eat a lot less calories than you would assume, which is going to be very challenging, because something that is genetic is your ghrelin levels, aka how hungry you are compared to other people, for example.
Dylan, I think I'm chopped, bro. I think I'm chopped.
I don't think you are, bro. I'm looking at you right now. I think you have, first off, you have good, I think your eyebrows are practically borderline perfect. You have good facial structure from what I can see. Your face doesn't look asymmetrical. Like I said before, to this other guy, there's like thresholds that you worry about. If your face is over a certain threshold of asymmetry, people notice. Your face is not past that threshold, which means someone like me, even who has expertise in this, doesn't really see it. I would say if you got lean while training in the gym, so training till failure in order to keep your muscle mass, and then got like a shorter hairstyle, I think you have more potential than the average person. A good amount more.
Like shorter? Like, what do you mean by shorter? So a few months ago, I had the mod cut, and it was like maybe like right here, and the sides were way longer. They were like puffed out, and right now it's just because it's summer, and my hair's like dried out. Like, I don't know why it's dried out like right now. But would you say like that? Like, I can probably even pull up a picture if needed.
I think I don't even like need to see it to know. So the issue is that your hair you have too much height on the mid section of your hair here. And most barbers mess it up when you ask to cut it, because you'll be like, I want an inch off. Then they proportionally take an inch off here, whatever. And that will leave you basically looking exactly the same with a shorter hairstyle. So what I would recommend is getting this back section a good amount shorter, and that'll allow the front to have more volume with less, like, easier. And then also the sides. A lot of people have this misconception that like having long sides on your hair will make your face look like thinner. A lot of times it can make your face look wider, which can be like potentially a bad thing. But if you cut it slightly shorter on here while leaving hair covering this upper third corner, your face will look better while your hair looks better too, if that makes sense.
Well, the thing about, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
The thing about like short hair is that like my ears are kind of big, so like it's very like noticeable, and I don't really want that.
Yeah, okay.
You notice.
In that case, I don't think you necessarily need shorter hair all around. I just think this top middle section would look way better if you cut it a good amount shorter. And then it'll just give you way more volume, and it'll stand up. It'll look like textured as well. So I would say that. That paired with getting lean, you already have a good bone structure and you have really good eyebrows, which are two of like the most important features. But you need to make sure if you're trying to get lean that you're training like a lot. And I think literally doing that would be the thing that makes you like instantly, like, I would say you could go up by like 3 points by doing those 3 things.
So right now, just by looking at me, what would my rating be right now? Just,
I wouldn't give you I would say you're around average. I think you could be good amount above average if you were to fix this. And by the way, I think I'm like slightly above average, for example. So like,
okay,
I think you basically like you have a lot of like room to grow, and it's easy things. You have easy things to change. I always tell people, if your bones are bad, that's a problem and it's almost impossible to fix. You have good bones and you have good eyebrows. Those are 2 things that are like very hard to fix. The things that you can fix are some of the easiest. So you have a very high ceiling, in my opinion.
And I was gonna ask, my hair used to be like really wavy, and I think like last year it just stopped being wavy. Like I don't know what happened or what I can do with my hair in terms of that. Like I feel like it's not as wavy as it was before.
Okay. Do you use shampoo?
Yeah, I do. I use Base.
Okay. So, all right, here's what I would say. First off, if you did the thing that I said by cutting your hair here, there's less weight pulling it straight, which means it'll probably wave up more. I did it to my hair. It was like too long here. It looks way more wavy when you cut it shorter in certain places. But it also depends on the wave pattern. So when you've had your hair short in the past, does it get more wavy or straighter when it's short?
So when it's short, it gets more straighter. I feel like it's like I try to use the same products that I would use if it was like when it's short. Like I'd use the same products I use when it was long, and it doesn't work the same. It's not as wavy. When it's long, it's super wavy for some reason. So I don't really know.
Okay, so
Like
what that tells me is you have a long wave pattern. So you need to find the sweet spot. So you need to picture your hair. Everyone's hair is like this. It's like an S unless it's completely straight. It's like an S. It's just a question of how many curves are in that S. It's like a long squiggly S, right? So for you, what you can do, what you're probably experiencing is you have an S that goes like this, and then like you're cutting it. It's just like a little bit too long. So it's trying to curve back, which then will make it straighter. So if you cut literally like an inch, maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches off, it'll look the peak waviness that it could look, if that makes sense, based on your pattern. So based on what you told me, if you, I would say like I said, get this a little bit shorter, but like not too much shorter, maybe like an inch, maybe an inch and a half. And that will basically make it as wavy as it can be. Also adding like moisture. So like maybe using a leave-in conditioner, you could test with that and see what happens. The issue is that could make your hair greasy depending, but I would say it just needs a little bit of hair cut off to reach the waviness that it was before probably.
Do you think Simpletics would save me? You know,
The salt spray?
yeah. Do you think it'd save me a little?
It'll make your hair like more wavy.
Yeah.
But also you could try using texture powder. It just depends. It's hard to say because you have like a mix between like slightly straight and like slightly wavy hair. So
Yeah,
it's like
that's what everyone says. Like, I went to different salons, and the women, they say that it's straight, and then some other women say it's wavy. I don't know what it is. So
it's definitely wavy, but it's just a question of how wavy. Then it comes down to like, is it thick or is it thin?
oh, my hair's really thick. Like,
Okay. So
yeah.
in that case, that's where I think if you got your hair wet, then applied texture powder to wet hair, I think that would make it a lot more wavy. If your hair is thin, that's when solid spray can usually make it look a lot more wavy. So I would say texture powder, applying it to wet hair, or doing a leave-in conditioner. The difference is texture powder will make your hair really hard and like stiff, while leave-in conditioner will make it really soft. So you would have to experiment with both of those to see what would happen.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, do you think for me it'd be like getting a perm would help at all? Or,
Oh, for sure, for
or-
sure. If you
Yeah.
definitively wanted wavy hair, getting a perm would make a night and day difference.
Oh yeah. Okay. And then I was also gonna ask this other question about like TikTok.
Yeah.
And so I've gone viral multiple times. It's been from just stupid memes I made, or literally from my looks. When I used to be skinnier, so I looked better and I had more attention. And then I was famous because of like a TikTok live dating show stuff. So it was like I've been I've been like viral multiple times, but I can't like keep that viralness. You know, like right now, like I'm getting 30 likes per video again, and like I don't know how to get that up, like in terms of like going viral again or keeping that.
Okay. So there's been like a big change recently in how social media works. It used to be when you got a follower, that follower was sent your videos. Now we live in a different place where you only get sent videos to people that you watch. So followers became irrelevant pretty recently. Like they borderline don't matter. I would say the only reason it matters is because at the beginning, the first like few thousand, it's like TikTok knowing where to push your videos to an extent, or like whatever platform. So now that followers are borderline irrelevant, it just comes down to audience. And that comes down to how aligned is each video from the last. So how similar is each video to the last? The more like similarities, or like let's say you deal with similar pain points, like yours is memes, so it's different. But like say for me, if I talk about hair in all of my videos, it's likely to keep hitting the same audience. And now to actually get somebody's trust to watch you time and time again, they just have to keep seeing your face. So the issue is if you made one video that did well and a bunch of people saw your face, that's good. But then the next video you do doesn't hit that same exact person. What's happening is you're building all these different types of audiences when if you go all in on one specific style of video / topic / pain point / anything like that, that's how you build an audience nowadays.
So, I mean, for the looks thing, that's what's always gotten me viral, you know? But like just like recently I had like a massive like weight gain, and I don't feel like confident enough to post myself. And I was like in class like a few weeks ago, and I made like this Cookieverse poster. I don't even know if you saw it, but it was it had like everybody on it, and like Cookie even reposted it.
I probably reposted that. Because now that I think about it, I feel like I've seen you before.
Well, so that went viral, and I didn't know how to like keep up with that, you know, because I could honestly like make Cookieverse stuff or like just post myself. It's like I'm so like I have like 8 accounts, you know, so like I don't know.
That's not
like,
a bad thing, by the way. Having that many.
I used to go live like gaming, you know. I used to go live on Twitch, and I had like a small fan base there, and then I got unmotivated, and then I had like a TikTok where I try to glow up, and then I quit it because I got unmotivated again. So it's just I feel like it's motivation mostly when it comes to that.
Okay. So the question comes down to so the reason you're quitting is going to be because you don't like the outcome for the work that you're putting in. So if you got a better outcome, you would like the work you're putting in. Now, here's the dilemma. With anything that you do, content doesn't really matter, anything. You get better at something by doing it more. And when you do it more, you get better. And when you're better, you get a better outcome. So your issue is what you don't see is every time you switch a thing, it looks like this. It's like a graph. It's like exponential. You're sticking and you're just sitting in this flat area because you keep switching. If you stuck with one thing, what will happen is you'll have this flat zone, but eventually it'll go exponentially up. So even though what's happening is you're getting demotivated, but what you don't realize is by getting demotivated and quitting, you're actually just sticking out that flat part even longer. So it's making it actually harder. So like if you think about, okay, why am I quitting? You're quitting because it's hard. Well, that logic doesn't add up because you're going from one hard thing to another hard thing because everything is hard when it comes to social media.
Yeah, that's true.
And another thing I'll say is with like the Cookieverse, for example, like I said, people need to see your face over and over and over, which means what has changed again recently, instead of making broad content, the more specific your content is, the higher likelihood it is that it'll hit somebody who's already seen you, because you're going to have a lot less competition when you're very, very specific. The more broad you are, the more competition you have. So then you can become that guy for a specific topic. And the way to do that is, like I said, being very, very, very specific in your videos and just hitting the same people over and over. And then eventually it explodes because instead of only hitting that audience who already cared about the topic you're talking about, you then draw in more people who didn't know about that topic who now care about it.
Damn. Okay. Wait, that's really good advice.
Thank you, bro.
That's really good.
It's the new wave. It's how like social media is now. Followers just don't matter. It's literally just making sure people see you over and over. The same people at that, not just people in general.
So it's like your Dillington account, like that.
So the reason Dillington did well is because I'm fully my authentic personality, and you can copy many things, but something you're not going to be better at being me than I am at being me, if that makes sense. So that worked because from the jump. Now the difference is I had leverage with the content I was already doing because I was already like pretty big in general. So for someone else, they're not going to get away with just like spamming, because the part of that makes it do well is the fact that people think I'm like rich or have a lot of followers or stuff, and I'm being goofy at the same time. So for you, you have to pick something else to be your other thing. So you can post a lot, but you need that thing that makes people be like, oh, I want to see this guy. And that thing can be really anything. It doesn't matter. Niche cookie verse content, niche hair content, maybe documenting your progress. Like you could do something where it's like you said, you feel unconfident. If you're open and honest about you know how many people feel that way currently right now. You could document your journey and people will relate to that and be like, bro, this guy's sick. And then once you completely transform yourself, people will be like, I can do it too, or something like that. And that'll build you like that really core audience that likes you.
Wait, you low-key just gave me a really good idea too.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah, like that's really good advice.
So here's what I recommend doing. Once again, with the way social media works, this is like a little specific, but because I know your situation, I'll give it slightly more specific advice. You could make videos about a series. So like, let's say the series is weight loss or something like that, right? Every hook of a video, don't be like, this is episode 1, this is episode 2. Because once again, the follower thing negates that completely. People don't care because followers don't matter anymore. So make each video a hook that stands on its own, that stands alone, and then convey that into the series. So one video, you could say something crazy like out of pocket, like I hate you or something like whatever. Next video, something completely different, but still calling out that same viewer. And then just every single video push them into, it's like a funnel system basically.
It's like the TikTok like affiliate like ads, you know, where they started off like super outlandish. Yeah.
Yeah. So one example, like just because it's hard to explain, I'll give you a really good example. Let's say every video you scream really loud at the start. If you do that, it then brands you in a way. That's the guy who screams when he starts his videos. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay. The more things you have where they're like, that's the guy who does that, the better.
Okay. Yeah. No, I got that advice, and actually I'm very grateful for the advice you've given me. It's actually well, I don't really got any more advice like that, or like anything else I want to ask. But I did want to like just say something before like I go. You remember when you were dancing with Ian? Like, on the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
That was like I feel like the funniest like day, because you were like on my For You page like 6 times, like, and you were just in those like pants and you were just dancing. It was so funny. And then like the week after, like someone asks you to do the thing.
Bro, I know, that was such lore. That was crazy lore. That's a perfect example. Bro, people came up to me in real life after that and you're like, yo, aren't you the guy who dances in those pants? I was like, bro, what? That's crazy. The more things you get like that, bro, I'm telling you, it hits. You just got to have like niche things where people are like, bro, aren't you the guy who blink? It goes crazy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Also, wait, one other thing. People in my YouTube chat are saying this guy's going to make it. This guy's locked in.
Actually?
We want Prime Dylan, so that's unrelated. Oh. Yeah, no, people are rooting for you, bro.
Thank you, YouTube chat. Thank you, guys.
W. Sick,
bro, this is awesome. You know, I've been watching you since before your videos blew up in Prime, you know, like 2023. I forgot what year, but I was watching you then when you were just making like advice content, like and then you blew up like randomly. I remember like you started blowing up like really big, and that was really cool to see.
Fire, bro.
And you'd always use like the side part photo like to show an example of like your glow up. That was really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, bro, that like era was crazy. Social media is so different now, bro. At that era, I got in at the perfect time because followers did matter at that point. So that's why I had such like a core audience. But like, bro, yeah, I think, dude, you could do the same thing that I did. I was just like documenting my progress, and that's what I tell people to do now.
I'm gonna definitely do that. I'm gonna make that content switch, and I'm gonna like video all my progress. And,
tag wait really quick, tag Dillington when you post, and I'll probably see it unless I forget, which I don't think I will. But if I see it, I'll follow you and like repost that video if you like mention me or something.
Bet. Yeah, bet, bro. I'll make it. I'll start tomorrow because I already went to the gym and already got my day started. But I'll definitely start tomorrow.
Run it, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you, Dylan.
100%, bro.
All right. I'll see you, bro.
Good luck with everything, bro. Peace.
Yes. Bye. Peace.
W, man, guys, he's gonna make it. It's my B-day. Jaxie says it's her B-day. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy freaking birthday. Ooh, interesting. Need I have time for one more person that I can read chat, and then we can lock in. Lock. Yo. Oh no.
Hello.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Oh, hi, Dylan.
What? What's going on?
What's
up?
going on? Nice to see you again.
Wait, why did I hear why was so many people saying oh, it's you again. What's good?
Yeah, what's good? I'm back.
How you doing? How have things been since the last time?
I'm getting there. I made a new Instagram account and I made a new TikTok, and I'm just I'm getting clips and I'm just farming them, and I'm just gonna put them all together.
Wait, that's fire. So you basically did what I was saying about posting.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, that's huge. Let's go. That's hype.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, I guess that's what I've been doing. I was speaking to Brez earlier. I'm trying to scale my marketing agency, but I spoke to one of his little fans, and then I spoke to him for a bit, and then
Oh, no shot. Fire. That's sick too.
I don't even know. Yeah, so that's pretty much now. I meant to ask you.
Yeah.
To see with your businesses, what do you actually do?
With what? Simpletics?
Overall in general business. So you have Simpletics. What else do you do?
Okay.
Social media.
So
Simpletics.
Good question. So for Simpletics, my main goal or my main task was starting it up. And once you have a big audience and you get something started, and you're affiliated with it and whatnot, it kind of coasts on its own because I have people running it now. So my main job is promoting it and being the face. And what I have to do is blow up my personal brand more so than anything. So I fully outsourced everything other than just being the personal brand right now. Now I have a school community I just started where basically I help people with content and looks related stuff. So making money online and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm building that now from the ground up. Because I want to get the experience. So now what my day looks like for that is I sit down when I wake up, I write down one thing that I think I should do to optimize my day and get the most out of my day, and I do that thing, and I just do that every day.
Yeah. So it's a day in the life. You wake up, you write down, and then what?
Yeah.
In terms of
So-
business, no lunch, dinner,
Yeah, I got you.
doing all that.
Bro.
Business day in the life.
Yeah, so I literally wake up, I try to get to work as soon as humanly possible. So I wake up, roll out of bed, and instantly after brushing my teeth, I write down 3 things I need to do for the day. And I spend an hour thinking of those things because it's the most important decision of the day is thinking about what you need to do.
Yeah.
Then I get to work on those things. I get caffeinated, all that, and just start working until I notice an extreme drop off in my work. So, work can consist of many different things, looking at my school and seeing how I can make it better, looking at content I could do to make it better, all that. And then usually after I've done all of the written tasks, typing stuff on my computer, all that, I start recording. So I'll record videos, go live, all that, post those. Then after that, my caffeine, usually I crash from caffeine, all that.
Yeah,
So I go, I eat,
yeah.
take a small break, and I try to get back to work as fast as humanly possible right after that small break. And from there, So my goal really is just to work all day, every day, because I like doing it. And I think, so that's the main thing.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Mhm. And then in terms of business, how would you start? Say with Simpletics, how would you scale such a brand if you didn't have a personal brand? Because obviously I'm not trying to do like e-commerce stuff, selling stuff. I'm just again, back to the personal brand, trying to grow that.
I have a specific answer because I've been learning about this very recently. So
Oh, here we go.
I genuinely think this might help you a lot. So because most people just feel lost. I feel that's where you might be. You don't know what people say so many things and they never define the term, so you don't even know what it means. So I'll just define the terms and make this very simple. Step 1, finding a problem that you're going to solve, because that's how you create a business. Literally solve a problem. Let's say you're coaching people, whatever, doesn't matter. Once you find that problem, you then need to market the fact that you have the solution. So be like the expert, for example. So let's say somebody's problem is they want to figure out how to sell their product on YouTube long form. So then you become the expert in that niche of like making videos and be very specific. And then eventually after that, what you do is people will reach you. They'll comment on your videos and ask you questions and all this. To those people, you message them and say, hey, like, can I help you for free? Or you can try to get them to pay you to help. And that's literally the business. It's that simple. So just to make it really simple, make content. From that content, people will reach you if the content is good. From those people reaching you, you can either help them for free to have proof that you know what you're talking about, or you can try to get them to pay you to help. So ideally, what you want to do is help a list of people for free, because then you build the skill and you learn all the problems, the ins and outs. And from there, you use the proof of helping them to help other people.
Yeah. And see with Simpletix,
Mm-hmm.
like, how do you make it? Like, do you manufacture? Do you like, so say you find a manufacturer that does it, you just tell them what you want, and then you send it off to them, they send you a sample, you say, yeah, this is good. And then they send you back like a big bulk, say you ordered like bulk, or like, how does it work in terms of like manufacturing, stuff like this, like physical products?
It was way more like rugged than that at the start. So like nobody really knows what they're doing, especially at the start. So what I did is I literally was like, I want to make a salt spray. I was making it for myself, and then other people wanted it. So I literally made it like in a garage at the start. Once I had enough money, I called a bunch of manufacturers and I was like, hey, can you guys make this? Here's the formula. And then eventually I found a manufacturer who's in like Miami, which is where I am. And then I paid them like a large amount of money to make it in bulk now.
Yeah. That's fair enough. And like with like your profit, is it good profit margins that you make from like per unit?
Bro, I mean, now, yes, but
Don't lie.
No. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. So here's the issue. The profit for each unit is good. I won't say what it is on like live or something, but the profit for each unit is good. But people miss all the other stuff. You have to pay employees. You have to pay people. You have to pay, like say co-founders if you have a co-founder. You have to play percentages. You have to do so. Like realistically, the profit looks good when it comes to the per unit, but when you look at the business as a whole, physical products are hard as
after like all deductions.
It's cooked, bro. So like they're not horrible. They're like basically industry standard. That's why I did a school community.
See with like your do you run ads on Simpletix, and how much people do you have like working for you?
Yeah, so we run ads. I couldn't even tell you the number of people working for me. It's a lot though.
Roughly,
and a lot of them are like contract.
1,000. I wouldn't say 1,000.
It depends what you would say.
10, 50,
I won't get too specific because I don't know who's gonna see this. It's a lot of people. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And like in terms of like looks, what else can I do?
Bro, like I said, I think you look good. I mean, also it's like really low light, so it's hard to even tell. But like to me, you look like
really bad.
a good amount above average, which means I think like you look on a level good enough to where you have an advantage over most people. You will be able to utilize your looks more than most people. I couldn't even like, honestly, all I would say is like probably hit the gym more and like while hitting the gym, maintain your same body fat level, because then you'll look like shredded because you look pretty lean. But other than that, like I said, I think the first questions you were asking were good, because that's what I'd be focusing on if I were you. You look good already, in my opinion.
Yeah. I know that's what the other guy said. He was like, oh yeah, like the guy with like the buzz cut, and he's got like all his like, say, oh, my face squint and all this, and then he's like, obviously he spoke to me about looks, and he's like, obviously I have to, focus on business and like money and all that stuff, because I think I'm getting a bit older, I think I've got other priorities now. I need to start making money.
Bro, that's why. Wait, let me just say something. With your questions about business, that's why I did my school community the way I did. So my community, I haven't like talked about it that much, but I literally help people with looks, and then I help them with money after, because I think everybody should go through a transition of focusing on the base level stuff. Building those habits will prepare you to start doing this. But once you have this, that's when you go on the money, because making money is like will marginally change your life. But so will changing your looks and stuff. So like I think the money is like where you should focus right now. And I think the questions you were asking were good. And I mean, like I said, I'm doing what you're asking me about right now. And I think you kind of need to take it one step at a time. That's what I would say. You need to, like, and when I say one step, I'm literally saying, like, to make it the most simple terms, think of a problem. One problem where if this problem went away, it would make everything else better. So let's say your issue is having a personal brand. Okay, then you break that down into more. So like, why do I not have a personal brand? Is it because I'm not getting views with my face? Okay, why am I not getting views with my face? And then you eventually come down to a narrow, specific answer. Instead of not knowing what to do, you can literally say, I need to prop my phone up in my window, press record, put a caption, and post it on TikTok. So then you went from not knowing what to do to now you have a very specific action you can take. And the only way you get to that action is by questioning.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people are asking, like, how do we get access to this, like, school community?
If it's linked in like my bios of like my main TikTok, Instagram, it's pinned on like my stream as well.
Is it for free to join or is it paid?
No, it's paid. For free, I have an email list. Well, once again, I don't want to say that because the price changes. It goes up based on like how many people join. You can check.
What's it
but
currently?
also wait. Here's what I'll say. I work out sometimes if there's people I really think I can help. I do the same thing I told you to do where I help them for free, aka I'll add them to the community, train them on stuff to do, and use them as a testimonial to promote the community because those
Yeah, I saw
people,
that on your TikTok.
it's like a value for value thing. So I think you are a high quality lead, meaning like you have value. So someone like you is somebody I would consider doing that with, where I help you in exchange for a testimonial.
You still ain't added me back.
On what? Discord? Yeah, I didn't message anyone after that, bro. It was cooked. Can I just get like your Instagram? Because I can just add that now. What's your Instagram?
Do you want me to just? It's LU.
Yep.
XAS.
Yep.
_ WI.
Mhm.
LLI.
Williamson.
Yeah, that's it. There.
All right, I just followed you.
You're like the first ever person I followed.
I followed you just now.
Yo, wait, what? Which account have I been? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I followed you back. Yeah, I got you.
Bet. Okay, sick. Yeah, so
That's fine.
hopefully that
I'll definitely
answers your
message you
question.
when I
Are you still like in the dark about like anything? I feel like you probably
Nah, I feel like you definitely cleared up a lot of things, and I know, like, I think maybe for a lot of people, like, there's other questions. I'm not sure because I know a lot of people are, like in the waiting room. The waiting room was like crashing out like mad. There's like, oh my god, I want to speak to Dylan. I was like, oh, bro, you should have heard it. It was so bad.
Is there a lot of people there right now? Because I'm about to end probably soon. I don't want them to crash out.
There's not. Nah, Liam just literally said me, that guy you spoke to me before, and then Bailey, which was me. I was like the last one, and he said, "We'll get Bailey on, and then we'll see like what's it is."
I'll
after."
probably
I thought, like
yeah.
I was waiting here since the start, and then he's heard, "Oh, we only got a few more," and I was like, "I've not been waiting here for 45 minutes for nothing."
Okay, let me just tell you
Take
this.
a look.
When it comes to money, I think the best thing to do that everyone should follow is just question, and get to a specific action from that questioning. That's the best thing because any confusion is cleared up when you get specific. Fear is in the vague, which means people are fearful. They don't know what to do when everything is broad. So a lot of times I feel like when you ask the questions you ask, people will say, just focus on one thing. What does that mean? You have to define shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just focus. Like, what does that even mean? So that's why I try to break it down into a specific thing where it's like, so doing that for yourself is the best thing you can do.
Definitely. Right, well, I don't know what else. There was something else I meant to ask. Hold on, wait, let me have a browser on my computer. There was something else I meant to ask you. Oh yeah, AI. See, with AI and like leads and like gens for like social media, would you say like AI production and all this thing would be sort of good just now in terms to like post and stuff? Because I know you mentioned before like AI, social media is like quite good just now in today's, sort of day and age.
I think it's good. It depends on the scenario, honestly. I couldn't give a black or white answer because for me, I think it's probably good because I already built my platform. But for someone else, I think it would purely be a distraction because you need to build your platform and then leverage it once you have it. Because if you try to leverage something that's flat, like picture or lever, you're just doing nothing. If you have leverage, it's easy. So you have no leverage if you do it before you have a platform.
And how long ago did you like start TikTok? Because I forgot to ask you that before. Because I know like you've been going for quite a while, but sometimes you've been on and off. Like I wouldn't see you for like 4 months. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about him. And like everyone in the comment on like some random video would be like, oh, where did this guy go? And he's just like came back. Because like I remember like years ago, I used to see you like you had like really long hair, like mushroom hair, and it down here, and then you bushed it to like a bush, and then you've changed to this. Like you've been through so many haircuts, and everyone like so often is like, "Oh, where's he been?" And he's just disappeared. Like you come
Yeah.
back and forth, back and forth.
So it's been 5 years, and the reason that I went on and off is because when I was off, what was happening is I was making like social media just went through a huge change where followers don't matter anymore. And
Yeah,
during
most of
that
them, yeah.
change, I made the mistake of making like broad content and trying to go viral. And what I should have done is been specific and stayed in a niche. But I didn't do that. I got broad. I tried just making viral content and it worked. But then what happened is I went from targeting this core audience to then targeting a random audience. I got more views than I ever have when people
Yeah.
were saying that I like fell off. Like, bro, that was the most views. I was getting hundreds of millions of views. Then
Yeah.
I would have a video with like 3 million views and
I know
they'd
you
be like, bro, fell off. What happened is I fell off
was
in
like-
this community, which honestly was a mistake and I wish I never did that.
Yeah. No, because I know one you posted like on your Dilling, like your spam one. You posted one to do like your eyebrows, and that went like viral. Like I don't know what. Like
It got
instantly
12
went
mil.
viral, and like a load of people reacted, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, let's test this theory," and they'll shave their eyebrows, and they're like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
it looks horrendous."
Yeah, that was like Noah Glenn Carter. I saw him do that.
I don't even know him. There was so many people that was like, "Right, let's try it," and then they shaved it, and some girl like shaved half her eyebrow. She was like, "Oh my god," and it looked absolutely horrendous.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that went crazy.
Yeah. I think it's just like, especially when you ask people like questions and like sort of like diverse, which has got like mixed opinions and people have like mixed like thoughts and they like text on it, or they like reply or do videos or like comment on it. Because like, do like something really controversial, it would get like quite a lot of traction. Because like, say a group of A people would have like a significant amount of thought than group of B. And it's just like in the comments they argue about it, let's say, or like that eyebrow thing. Like some people would be like, "Oh, don't shave your eyebrow," but a lot of people would be like yourself, it looks a lot better when you shave this bit of your eyebrow, which I did, because I used to do like what yours did. It sort of drooped down a bit.
Yeah.
Like shave like the sides like here, so it just sort of was like straight. I think it worked for me, but a lot of people it looked horrendous on.
I know why, and I should honestly I'll make a specific video on this. It's literally based on where your eyebrow arches. If it arches very close to the front, it'll look awful because you're cutting off your whole eyebrow. If it arches close
Yeah.
to the end, it'll look good because you're cutting off a small amount.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, honestly, I just want to say this for my future self because like you asking me these questions just made me realize something about myself. Something I wish I never ever did was try to be like multi-million view video famous, because
Yeah.
what happens is you just get so broad, nobody actually cares about you. They just see you, which is like,
Just scroll past. Yeah.
it's just, they don't scroll past. They watch it. It's just they don't care because your content doesn't, to reach a broad audience, you must be broad. It's that simple. And when you're broad, you don't help anyone. And when you don't help anyone, they don't care about you. So from this point forward, that's why when people in my chat are like, bro fell off, or nobody is really saying that now. So shout out to you guys. But if somebody says that, I'm like, no, I don't want to get a lot of views anymore. I just want a core audience now. That's what I want. So anybody in the chat right now, any people who hop on these calls right now, like talking to you guys had changed my life, because now I'm back in touch with reality, if that makes sense. I lost touch for a minute.
Yeah. But I think like when you start to like focus on specific needs such as like hair or looks, like your views start to like gain a lot more.
Mine
Maybe
I think it's like this. It goes down initially, but in the long run it will go up. That's my guess.
Yeah, it's just you don't like notice. It's like, have you ever done like day trading? You know, like the smaller picture of the graph, you see it's gone down, but then like the much bigger picture, you see it's like the highest it's ever been.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah, bro.
That's like always what I cross-reference to.
Yeah, I think you bro, yeah, you gotta, honestly, you should take my advice that I just gave to myself, because this is,
Yeah,
like I said, I've been doing it for
100%.
5 years. So be specific, bro. Help one person a large amount. Don't help a lot of people a small amount, because doing that is just where you get lost.
Yeah, I know you do. 100%, yeah.
So yeah, bro.
That's what you're doing just now. You know, you help a few people. You know, you get them sales and use them as testimonials, and then you just start selling things. Like, you know, you got that guy on TikTok you're helping out getting his first sale. There's like some really jacked guy. He had like loads of muscles, and he was helping him. You got on a call, you sort things for him, and you're just like sort of building your own like testimonials. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So me here right now helping you guys this is just a learning process, because as I'm helping these people, everybody in the chat is gonna have similar problems. So it's like I'm learning about my audience right now. That's like one of the reasons I'm doing this. It's not getting crazy views or anything, but I don't care. I'm doing it because I want to help
How many videos you
people.
got on Twitch? I'm just sat on YouTube, to be honest. I'm still sat on your stream. Yeah,
There's only 20 now, but at the peak it was like close to 100. But Twitch is one of those things where you have to be consistent, like time and time again. So
very consistent with Twitch.
yep. So I'm gonna
Like if you just yeah, sorry.
I'm running Twitch like a lot now. Like I'm locking in on this, bro. I'm locking in.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like with Twitch, unless like it's the same with TikTok. You know, you can't just go to YouTube and expect like loads of fame. You go to TikTok, you build an audience there, and you shift them elsewhere. Or like you know, you build on TikTok, you spam loads of videos, you get people in the Discord server or Instagram, and you know you shift them over there. But I say with Twitch, like if you just post like once or twice, you won't get much views. You need to stay really consistent with Twitch. Because I remember this streaming a few years ago, but yeah.
I agree, bro. With that, I have to leave because I'm going to this like island in a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
What time's it in America?
4 p.m. It's probably like it's probably like 12 a.m. for you.
No, it's 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Okay, makes sense.
The
Fire,
last time I
bro.
spoke to you, I think it was like 12 a.m. or something. But anyway, I'll let you go. It was nice speaking to you again. But
I followed you on Instagram. You can DM me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think you have like a lot of potential. So you're one of those people I'd be willing to help in exchange for like a testimonial. So
Yeah, that's fine. I'll message you on Instagram, but it was nice speaking to you again, and hopefully I'll catch up with you sometime soon. I don't know when you'll be back here, but I'm sure I'll be in here again.
you too, bro. Good luck with everything.
Right, enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, G.
You too, mate. See you in a bit.
Peace.
All right, bye-bye.
How do I get my full screen, chat?
Yo, are you done?
Yeah. Let's end it here. I would say.
All right.
I'm just gonna talk to chat for a second, and then yeah. Oh,
Hello.
yo. The stream is ending. I have to leave.
Oh.
Wait. Actually, wait. I don't think I can just leave you like this. You probably were waiting for a long time.
Yeah, he was first in line for a minute.
Okay, I can't do that to you. I can't do that to you. But tell everyone else.
I'll go back.
Wait, can you like screenshot the queue so that everyone else knows?
Yeah.
So that when they come back, we can do it in that order.
That's where you want to resume?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Under stream, you say?
I'm gonna do yours and then I'll end it after yours.
Okay, that works.
So yeah, this is live, by the way, just so you know. I feel like you probably everybody. I've made it very clear, but I just like to clarify. So like, any questions? I don't have much time, but like any questions, I got you. Just shoot away, or like anything you want to say.
So I just want to like ask one question I had on my mind. I'm not sure if it like it's the whole thing you do, but so I have a YouTube channel for voice acting that I do. I have been going on for like a few months. I have some videos ready, I have content ready, I have a team to make the videos, but I just can't find motivation to do the edits, do the like things that I need to do. So I just like I need motivation, but I can't find motivation to do what I actually need to do.
Okay. So
yeah.
What are the core things that you feel unmotivated when doing them? Editing, what else?
Like editing, if people don't like it, like if the things I do, people won't like it, it will seem too basic, it will, or like I do the videos, like you can do the videos easy, but like just you can put the comic and then you do it, but I do it hard way, so that also feels hard, but when I do it, I feel okay with myself, but still like
Okay, wait.
the fact that I know it will be hard just stops me.
Let's make this like really simple. So just answer this like short answer. So like, what's the top 3 things that cause you to lose motivation? So it's editing. What's another one?
Taking too much time.
To do what?
Like taking too much time to edit all the things, but that still counts as editing.
So that's editing. So would you say it's just editing, or would you say there's anything else? So like, if you could do what you do without editing at all, would that solve the problem?
I feel like people won't like the thing that I do.
No, I'm not saying that. Let's say you got the same exact videos that you're doing, nothing changed about them, except you just didn't have to edit. You can magically snap your fingers and they would be posted and edited. Would you feel motivated in that case?
I think. Maybe.
So, do you get paid by YouTube for doing this, like AdSense? Do you get paid?
Yeah, like nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So what I like to say is when people lose motivation or burn out, it's because they don't like the outcome of what they're doing. So the first question is, do you like the game you're playing? If it could be very successful, would you enjoy doing the content that you do, making money from it?
Yeah, I will like to get money from the thing I love for years.
Okay, so you do love doing it. You just don't like the editing. And the issue is that you can't necessarily pay someone to do it because you probably don't have a ton of money just laying around right now. So
Yeah.
then you have two main issues. You have a money constraint and you have a, I guess you could say, motivation constraint, but realistically, you don't like the outcome you're getting for what you're putting in. So there's a few options. You fix the money constraint or you fix the other constraint. Now, to fix the money constraint, that would come from getting money some way and paying an editor to do it. To fix this constraint, it would come from changing what you're trying to do. So changing it in some way. Because maybe you like content, but maybe you don't have to do the content you're doing. Maybe you could take the skill that you've built and do it for a different style. But you don't have to do that. But my point is, these are your two constraints. You have two options. If I were to ask you a question right now, which would you rather do? Would you rather make money a different way, or would you rather switch what you're doing in the content space?
Like, so I don't think I can fix the money issue. Like, it's not like I don't have money. Okay, wait. I'm sorry.
No, I understand. Here, I'm just asking you to
Yeah.
just pick one of those things. You don't have to explain it. Like, don't look at this too deeply, because this line of questioning I'm doing is going to help you understand your own scenario better than you even do right now. So don't try to explain it now. Just pick one of the answers. Would you rather find a different way to make money, or would you rather switch what you're trying to be good at, aka like switch the style of content you're doing? If you had to pick one, what would you pick?
I wouldn't want to change the thing I'm doing. I have been trying it for years. It hasn't been successful, but right now, it's going somewhere. But I just can't continue it forward. So
Okay, so you would rather switch the thing you're doing. Is that right?
no, I don't want to switch.
Oh, you
the thing
don't
I'm
want to
doing.
switch it.
I wanted to stay same.
Okay. So when you say it hasn't been successful, if you could answer, what would you consider successful? Making money from it or getting views? If you had to pick one, like what's more successful to
Getting
you?
views. Like, I don't care about getting money. I just want to spread the things I like to other people.
Okay, so you want to get views. Okay, so then what has been the constraint from getting views? Has it been the amount you post, or has it been the quality of the post? If you had to pick one.
I will say the amount I post.
Okay. So then your bottleneck, and then the reason you don't post as much as you want to is because of the editing.
Yeah.
Okay, well that answers it. In my opinion, in that case, you now have a problem that you can tackle, because you, to an extent, seemed like you were kind of lost, but now you have a problem that you can actually face. The problem you need to face now is two options. Either using money to make it easier, or finding a way to do the editing different, because you can either pay someone or do it different. The question is, would you rather do it differently, or would you rather pay someone? If you could pick one.
Can I have a third option right there?
What's your third option?
When I'm trying to do something alone with kinda like, for example, let's say you're playing a game. You're just playing by yourself. You know, it can be kind of boring. But like when you're trying to do it with other people, like when you get other people's thoughts, or like if you just communicate while doing it, like I would want that to happen while editing. Like if I had just like someone to talk or someone to help me with it, like
It changes
that
it
would be
completely,
kind of a
right?
problem then. Sorry?
It changes it completely. Like it wouldn't be as enjoyable. Is that right?
Yeah, like if there was another person, it would be better.
Oh, you're saying it would be better if there was another person.
Yeah, like if there was another, like I'm not saying that I want to give it to a whole another person. I want to do it like if I did it with another person, or if I could do it while chatting with somebody, that would be easier. But
Okay.
I also don't want to bore other people at the same time.
So when you say while chatting with someone, are you saying like, so do you think you would enjoy editing more if you were like in a Discord call, for example, with someone while you're editing and they're editing like a video as well at the same time?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, so you're saying you want to have more people to like relate to, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So that's where, to fix that, that's where you just need to seek community, whether it's free, paid, whatever, doesn't matter, Discord, whatever. you can do that. So that's a problem where, have you actively tried to solve that? Have you tried to find people who are doing what you do? Okay. Well, why don't you try if that's what you want? Because to try, you could break it down into steps. For example, I could tell you specifically, go on Twitter and see if anybody posts about that. Go on Reddit and see if there's any Reddit communities. Go on school and see if there's any school communities. Because then what you can do is, instead of just having a problem, you then go to deal with it. And to deal with it, you just seek out the solution, which for you would be finding a community of people like-minded, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that will solve it. Also, like, yeah, I think that will solve it.
Yeah. Well, there's your answer. Find a community, bro. Find a community.
Alright, thank you, bro.
Well,
Thank
and
you.
you're in this Discord, bro. This Discord is a place where like people are gonna be too. All this stuff. The content I make attracts this style of people, so like that could help you as well. So like, yeah, bro. And then through here, like you can talk to people, stuff like that. I think that's literally it. That's literally your answer. So yeah, you're chilling.
Alright, thank you, man. Thank you.
100%. Do you have any other questions?
No. If my question was kind of weird, like if I made you struggle, I'm sorry about that.
No. I love that. That was like one of the more fun things, because like I feel like to an extent I was able to see like the visual change in you. Like you were like tight, and then once you heard that, you were like, oh shoot, I could do that, which is the reason I do these streams, because I like helping people solve their problems.
Thank you, man. Honestly, thank you.
Fire, bro. Dude, good luck with everything, bro.
Thank you, bro. See ya.
100%. Good talking to you, G.
Thank you.
Peace.
You too, bro.
Chat, we're here. All right, guys, it's time. Gonna end the stream. We're gonna be live again soon. Yo, for everyone hating, unfollow and block. Not really many people are hating. Why would you be in my chat if you don't like me though? I'm curious. Yo, you can end it. That was it.
All right. Yeah, we have the key for next stream.
Bet, sounds good. Can you end this call you're in here so I can talk to chat before I end it?
Oh yeah, my bad, Matt.
Bet, not, you're good. Okay, yeah, guys, no, I was just saying, anyone like hating, bro, just, I don't know why you're here. I feel like you don't actually hate me if you're here, right? But yeah, you guys are goated. I love you guys. My content, I just want to let y'all know, I just want to be so upfront with y'all right now. My content is about to be very specific, and it's about to be very like focused on helping rather than getting views. So that's a big change I'm making, and the real ones will stay. The ones who don't care about that, you guys can go, that's fine. I'm going to be streaming all that. And yeah, I think that it's going to be great doing this style of content now. And as for everyone saying like the Tyler Vitelli thing, me and Tyler are friends. Like we talk. I took inspiration from his content, yes, but now I'm pivoting. I did it so that I could learn from it. I didn't do it because I wanted to do it long term. So I learned from modeling after him, and now I have my own style. So on shorts, for example, my YouTube shorts, I'm not doing any more brain rot. Like I'm done with that. I'm doing real stories that are just like more serious for an older audience. Then my main channel is going to be more so focused on solving problems, pain points, and stuff like that. So hopefully this helps. Yeah, dude, you guys are goated. I'm going to be doing these streams quite often. So thank you guys for hopping in. You guys are sick.